Hello and a very good evening to you from our Tampines Hub. It's the Singapore Premier League, and on this Saturday night, Young Lions are taking on Geylang International. We've already had one rip-roaring match this weekend. Last night, Balestier Khalsa defeating Tanjung Pagar United 2-1, returning back to the Bishan Stadium. And both teams actually put on a very, very entertaining display for us. Let's hope the same thing happens tonight. Tomorrow, there is a rest day, and on Monday, Hougang United will play BG Tampines Rovers at our Tampines Hub. And Bishan Stadium will see Lion City Sailors hosting Albrechts Nagata, both games kicking off at 7:30. This is how things stand here at Geylang International. A win tonight will put them into second place, albeit with a game more than Lion City Sailors. They'll only be 2 points behind though. And for Young Lions, a win here, it would have to be a big win really if they want to get off the bottom of the table. But they certainly do want desperately to get something on the board after 4 losses in as many games. Well, let's hear from the coaches then. First off, it is Firdaus Qasim of Young Lions.
Hi Firdaus, last outing in the local league for the year. Firstly, how's everyone ready to get going?
Yes, of course, always good to go.
And 4 games in 4 losses and four losses. One can say it's a worrying start to the season. But how much pressure are you and the team facing?
No pressure at all. I think the whole entire club, we are very clear with the objective of what we want to do. Like I mentioned before in some interviews before, that many of these boys, if they were to go to clubs, very, very difficult for them to play in SPL1. So we are here to give them the platform, and with a lot of very, very good young players who are not ready at this point of time, but they need to be exposed. And this is what we will do. And as I said, and I've always tell them that results is important, yes, but I think it's very, very much more important for them to embrace this opportunity playing in SPL1.
Speaking of results, they haven't really come your way so far, but you have never failed to highlight the positive steps forward. Well, for today, how much do you need these positive steps forward to translate into on-field results?
Yeah, results with performance will be the best outcome, but at the same time, if result doesn't come for us, and we know the positions you're in, the composition of the team, and as today as well, we are introducing another 17-year-old players, and I really, really think that we have a lot of very young players, 17, 18-year-olds who are going to be a major star in the future. So this is the step, and I urge the fans or everybody else to just enjoy this process and watch them grow.
Hi Noor Ali, really glad to be speaking to you this time round. How are you feeling, back to regular duties?
Feeling good right now, so hopefully I stay 90 minutes on the bench.
You're going up against a side that has plenty to prove, and they're hungrier than ever for their first win. What do you need to look out for?
You cannot look at Young Lions' past results. I think they're very young, they're hardworking, and there are some very good individual players like Henry, the Brazilian on the left side, and some very young boys who's very impressive, Harid Danish, Amir. So you cannot take lightly. I don't want the boys to be complacent. It's not going to be an easy team to play, especially when you need your first 3 points in the league, and these boys basically will give us a hard time in terms of that. Yeah.
Again, so far has produced plenty of heart-in-mouth moments, and for your sake, you'll be hoping that it's a bit more straightforward.
I don't think it's going to be a straightforward game. I think knowing Firdaus, who has been in the league coaching, I think he's tactically smart in terms of how he wants to set up the team. Of course, it's going to be a bit more in terms of moments for them. They are very good moments in terms of getting this individual on 1v1 in wide areas, and they're very strong in terms of that. This is something that we got to stop, and I don't think it's going to be easy. But we got to manage the game well, and we got to take our chances, knowing that a team that have not won a game yet, the only way is to get the early goals and manage the game throughout the whole 90 minutes. Yeah.
Well, both coaches there quite relaxed really in their interviews, perhaps for differing reasons. We'll talk about that in a short while, but a man who's always on the ball next to me here in the commentary position, Hidayah Khamis, former coach of Balestier Khalsa. Hidayah, well, good to be with you first of all. And what do you make of our match tonight?
Very interesting. I think both teams are known to be attacking teams who wants to play football on the ground. And I think with Geylang International starting the season decently well, 2 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw, with the recent win against TPUFC or Tanjung Pagar United FC. Before that, they won against Hougang United. I think they are gaining momentum. They are trying to find the rhythm that they need to kickstart the season. But I think, as we know, the season is always going to be a start-stop season with a good number of breaks in between for young Lions. Quite difficult for them. I think they are a very young team. They know that it is going to be a difficult season for them. They are preparing much more for the future rather than the immediate SEA games or even immediate results. But I think slowly they are building their way forward. They are trying to put the imprint of a game plan or a football philosophy in, with certain players being brought in, especially introducing young players into the squad. And hopefully this game would be a turning point for them. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be exciting in terms of the football.
Well, you set that up nicely now. Let's hope it lives up to that billing. But yeah, as a team that has not won any of its matches at the start of a season, that's always hard. You want to get that monkey off your back. You want to get at least a point on the board, don't you?
Well, Fido's talked about no pressure at all, right? But I'm sure he's feeling the heat as well, like as all coaches would do. Would do after not winning after 4 games. It's still difficult, but again, as you said, you need that win, you need that momentum to start kicking off.
Zulfikar Mustafa is our referee, Shafiq Jufri and T. Ramanan are his assistants. Fahad Mohammed will be the 4th official. VAR today being presided over by Abhirami Naidu and assisted by Muhammad Taki. It was a good win for Geylang International in their last match here against Tanjung Pagar. We'll talk about that in a while. Here is the starting 11 for Young Lions, who were dismantled really by Lion City Sailors in their last game, 5-1. And perhaps to reflect that, the changes have been rung in by Firdaus Qasim. It's a first start of the season, would you believe, for Aizil Yazid ahead of Benjamin Zerak, the Slovenian goalkeeper. And also a first ever start for Ray Pay. He's only had a few minutes on the pitch as a substitute. Lucas Aguero comes in, as well as Enrico Silveira and Sergio Mendonça on the bench as well. With Zerak is Joelson, Souza, Amir Shafiz and Andy Rifki. So 5 changes there for Young Lions from their defeat at the hands of Lion City Sailors. A decent win there for Geylang International against Tanjung Pagar United. And just the one change, Kaise Ogawa comes in for Ko Jae-hyun. So a Japanese player in for a Korean. The only change here for Noor Ali. Good to see him as well. He was on the bench in the last game. Remember, he suffered a punctured lung recently and has not been 100%. But this is his first pre-match interview he's done since that injury. I think he'll have to just control himself as well, not be shouting out too much. He does get very involved in his games, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's very involved in the club from the youth all the way up to the first team, and his passion can be seen throughout the games and in training sessions as well. And that's the reason why he's got a punctured lung playing in an amateur league.
We got the national interim national coach Gavin Lee looking on as well. Remember, Singapore have got a massive match. We cannot understate it. You and I have been talking about it off air as well. On the 18th of November. This is the last match for Young Lions, by the way, till January. Okay, because they are now going to take a break, prepare for the SEA Games. They're not going to be involved in the Singapore Cup. And so, let's see if any of them can maybe force their way into the thinking of Gavin Lee. Or some Geylang international players as well will be thinking the same thing. So here we go then. It's the black of Geylang International versus the red of Young Lions. Interesting to see the style here. Josh Pereira. looking to keep possession early on. Geylang International. I think they're going to play a pretty high line here today and try to squeeze things,
Yeah, they have always been enjoying themselves playing a high line, trying to put pressure, to counter press the moment they lose the ball. What's interesting in this setup is number 20, Shoda Yokoyama, is starting at left back. Taniguchi at the left wing, Fukashiro on the right hand side, Shadan, Bezakor, as well as Ogawa playing in the three in the middle. And I'm sure they have this confidence that they're going to have a lot more possession than Young Lions, which allows Yokoyama to come into the center and pushes one of them in midfield. It could be Bezakor going further forward to create the numbers higher up.
They may have lost against Young Lions, but boy, they scored quite the goal, didn't they, in that match? Actually, it was 1-1 at one stage.
You can see how Young Lions is pressing as well. Mendonca is just dropping off to not allow Shadan Sulaiman to get on the ball at all, just following him man to man. And the captain Aguero and Spence going on the two centre backs.
Foul there.
First offence for Raul Suhaimi. Just a little late in that challenge.
He's the key man, is Roya Taniguchi. And then you talk about Mansur Bezakor, the two of them flitting around between the lines and buzzing around. Very difficult.
Well, two lovely players to have.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you are a team in possession or who loves the ball at your feet. Always, just roaming around, finding space in between the lines, pockets of space for them to receive. The free kick from Bezakor, not really up to mark. Also is a cross diagonal ball. Easy goal kick for Young Lions.
Taniguchi had opportunities in that last match. Kept Zaiful Nizam busy. Finally some possession for Young Lions, and it's given it away. My goodness, it's careless stuff.
Well, I think these are the things that you can't coach anymore at this level. Right? These are the things that you would expect a player, especially Raul Suhaimi, playing 4 or 5 seasons already. I think he started at 16 years old. He's now 20 years old, 4 seasons under his belt. Can't make those kind of mistakes at this level, and he should know by now.
Rudy Kairula, maybe have a quiet day today, we shall see. Mijatovic, who got the opening goal in that game, was immense on both ends of the pitch. Launches it out towards that right-hand side. Looking for Taniguchi. Or left-hand side, I should say, excuse me. There's Josh Pereira. Now Shadan Sulaiman.
First time seeing Shadan on the ball on the 5th minute.
First time we're really seeing them in this part of the pitch, Young Lions. Guerrero dispossessed. Can they hold on to the ball here? That's key, Raul Suhaimi. Oh, he's got out of that one, hasn't he? They're struggling to just hold on to the ball at the moment, Hidu.
Well, I think he needs to forget. Sometimes I think he has now to have a short-term memory, like 10 seconds, just forget about what happened previously, and then just keep on going. No, it's not. If not, it's going to affect him the whole game.
Right. That's caught. Ball has slipped through and he's flying out there.
Takashiro just finding that space, little space between the two Young Lions players for Oshino. Oshino heavily strapped on his right knee.
Yeah.
We have two physically small players in the center of the park for Young Lions. Ong Yu-eun and also Ray Pei, who's also only 17 years old.
Yeah, that's something that he made clear in the interview, didn't he? Firdaus, that he just wants to give those young guys a chance, and he feels that they will be stars in their own right one day. Sergio there, kind of juggling the ball around, and goes down. Needs to get up quick.
Oh, he's up and running.
Yeah. Here's Spence for Young Lions.
This is interesting. I think one thing that I wanted to see from Geylang International is to see how are they going to counter this number 11 Spence. You see many numbers surrounding him whenever he has the ball. I think, well, I've heard rumors that he's going to be naturalized. So I'm not so sure how it is.
You heard it here first.
Yep. But I think he's really exciting. I love him when he's on the ball. He's still young and raw, but we haven't had that quality in terms of a winger who loves to take on players for quite some time.
Oh, the shot!
Oh,
Took a bit of a deflection there from Taniguchi. Yeah, took a bit of a deflection, so it is going to be a corner. By the way, just to finish up what you were saying, Daniel Goh came on yesterday and had a very, very impressive cameo and got the winning goal.
well, good for him. I think he has struggled for a season and a half, especially when he was in
Albrecht, right?
Albrecht.
Yeah. Taniguchi lofts it back into the mix. Wasn't the cleanest of headers there from Ignatovic.
Taniguchi just playing it back to the 6-yard area. Ignatovic jumping the highest, but not really threatening the goalkeeper, Aizul Yazid.
Just hoping to hold on to the ball for a bit longer now.
Very dense in the central area.
Wow, so maybe that's confident from him. Better. Nguyen. Out wide to Spence.
Well, this is where he's dangerous, Spence.
Still going here, Spence. That's the first chance for Young Lions. Started off by Spence, not the cleanest strike you'll see from Aguero, but positive.
Yeah, it was really the build-up that we want to see from Young Lions, where they are just, you know, toying with the opponent to draw them into the central areas before playing it out to Spence for 1v1. We have seen many times. It's just that it's not being taken into full consideration and trying to capitalize on those situations.
chances might come at a premium, so they're really going to make the most of it. Oh, wide here to Taniguchi. Just biding the time. Shoda Yokoyama. Easy take for Aizil. There's Raul Suhaimi.
Well, they are building up with three, with the goalkeeper and the centre back. Akil Yazidi just pushing up to the second line.
How do you feel about Raul? I mean, we saw Raul Suhaimi earlier and he was further up the pitch. How do you feel about him being in that sort of role that he is now, rather than, say, out wide?
Well, I think it depends on whether we have any players to play in that position instead of him.
So it's more that.
Yeah, I think it's more that right now. I would prefer him to play as a wing back.
Right.
Right, because I think he's better off. His runs are better. His attacking qualities are a little bit better than defensively.
Yes.
But
you think it's more necessity?
Yeah, more necessity.
Right now, okay. Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at, because we know what he's got, kind of in an attacking sense.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it is quite difficult to toy because Young Lions only have 4 foreigners to start with. They don't have the luxury of 7. So that's exactly what is happening for Firdaus and the Lions. They're just trying to put things in place to make sure that things are not open, and again you have to prepare for the SEA Games as well. If no foreigners around.
They've got to balance that, yeah. Gnatovic, there's a lot on that ball. Nathan Rao having to help out a bit there. Well, much of the play is inside the Young Lions half. Gnatovic.
We have seen a lot of possession from Geylang International, especially with these 2 players, Joshua Pereira, his centre-back partner, but we haven't seen enough in the attacking third from them, which also means that Young Lions are defending decently well against Geylang International. Ooh.
We're going to put that down as a cross rather than a shot.
Yep.
Easily dealt with by Aizil.
I think Geylang is also trying to figure out how are they going to press against Young Lions here, because Young Lions are playing a little bit differently from their previous games. Aizil is finding himself further upfield when they are building up.
Oh, referee has to stop that one.
Well, we heard it.
Yeah, that didn't sound good, I have to say. Fairuz better walk away. Let's have a look here. Oh, yeah, I would definitely walk away if I was him, because that did not look good on Fukushiro.
Yeah.
Hasn't been any indication that that's going to be looked at any further. Sails over everyone. Taniguchi should get there. It's got the attentions of Nathan Mao. Goes back to Shoda Yokoyama. A bad ball in. It's going to will be a goal kick.
Well, that has to be dealt with better from Young Lions, especially with the height of Riku Fukashiro. He's getting the end of that cross, and he's coming from deep as well. He's coming in between two Young Lions players.
And he's tiny in comparison to those two.
Yeah. Now, one thing Young Lions have is they have an outlet to play out directly to the big number 9. And especially when you play to that number 9, the number 9 has to be close to Joshua Pereira instead of Ignjatovic because of basically the size, the height difference.
Yeah. Now we're getting the drums. It's Young Lions not really playing to a rhythm just yet. Shino making his presence felt.
This is the one I'm talking about. When you're under pressure, you have a big number 9 to play to. You play to the big number 9. You don't play to your wingers. Right. It is frustrating for the strikers, especially when you know that you can do something about it.
On a good position! Oh, it slipped through the near post. Sergio has equalised. Sorry, taken the lead here for Young Lions. My goodness. I don't know what happened there because it didn't look like there was any danger.
Yeah, the ball was pretty much not being won by, I think, Nazrul Nazari. It was a 50-50 ball, and Nazrul just left it for Fairuz for him to play forward here. And I think the captain, number 3, Aguero, just slide it forward. Sergio Mendonca, to just find the near post for the first goal for Young Lions. Nice play here, good timing of run. He didn't have to look, he just knew exactly where he was.
Taking it quickly was key, right?
Exactly.
But too easy.
Yeah, especially near post. You can't get beaten at the near post.
Disappointing, I think, from Geylang International's perspective, and they've pretty much controlled things.
Well, during the pre-match interview, Noah Ali was saying that they need to score the early goal and manage the game for 90 minutes. He can't be complacent, and this is exactly what he didn't sign up for.
Well, from a neutral point of view, this is perfect, really, with the more attacking team now trailing here. Lots of time to go in this match. We might be able to see attack upon attack launched now by Geylang International. Ogawa, that's not a great ball from him. They won't be happy with the nature of that goal. Noali. Here come Young Lions now. Roya Taniguchi. Now Sharan Sulaiman.
Well, I think what I feel right now is it is difficult to attack a team which defends with 5 players at the back. And if you don't attack quick enough, you will have all 11 players in a set position, and it gets harder. So they love possession, they love breaking teams down, Geylang International, but sometimes you have to attack quicker, you have to go on a counter-attack, go forward quicker rather than just passing the ball sideways and making sure that your team is ready before you start the attack.
Decent ball in, and it is a header that makes its way into the back of the net. Shuhei Oshino finally gets off the mark for the season. That is bread and butter for a player like him.
Oh, he's up on off the
Take
bench.
it easy there, Noali.
Again, two players. Now he's just standing between the two players, Akil Yazid and also Raul Suhaimi, and he's first to the ball. That was a fantastic ball as well.
Yeah, it was a really good ball.
It's quite difficult to really gauge the weight of the ball, especially when you have three centre-backs playing against one of your attacker.
But ghosting in between the two defenders like that, that's going to be
fantastic goal.
Very, very good for him, but frustrating again. Both coaches. Gets congrats from his coach. Jumbo launches into a season now, opening his account.
I'm sure with the hug, he will also be saying, take a seat, coach.
Take
Worry
easy.
about things. I got you. Our young Lions are back to square one.
Well, coaches hate it. I'm sure you can confirm this when your team has just scored. Against a run of play, you know you're the underdog, and then within minutes, you've conceded.
Especially with the type of goal that you concede. Like, you don't stop the cross, you're not near enough to stop the cross, and you know they only have one attacker in the box, and you have three centre backs.
It's going to rotate. Rotate. Does find someone in the end with that ball. Oh, what a turn that is! And not far away. Oh, brilliant work there from Sergio.
Well, he was forced to be out of the box with that pass.
How about this?
Yeah, look at that sweet little piece of skill there from the big number 9, just to make sure that he creates something for himself, that space. It wasn't far. It really wasn't that far.
Well, that would have been something pretty special had that gone in. Pretty good game, actually, overall.
So I think the moment the Young Lions scored, the tempo went up straight away, and Geylang had to respond, which they did quickly.
I mean, we still have a long way to go in this game, Hidir, but look, they were 1-1 with Lion City Sailors. They're 1-1 here against Geylang International. But of course, it's sustaining this for a longer period.
Well, that's maturity coming into play, you know, and that comes with age, that comes with experience.
Flick on there from Aguero. Here's Vincent Bescourt. Now Rohit Taniguchi just showed a bit too much of the ball. Nathan Mount doing enough for the moment.
What Young Lions needs to do more right now is to get this man on the ball, Spence, in a more attacking position. But he hasn't had enough opportunities to take on players. He hasn't had enough chances to create, especially on the wide right-hand side. But which also goes to show, defensively, Geylang has limited that out of the way for Young Lions.
Shadan. Oh, it's a great ball out there towards Fukashiro, who just mistimed it to try and control the ball. Azul gets rid of the ball. Fairuz. They're getting pressed here and they lose the ball. Shadan. Now Yokoyama have done well to win the ball back, haven't they?
Yeah, they've worked really hard, pressed high, waited for the time trigger that press.
Ignatovic. That's a really good ball. Oh, he's got that all wrong. Vanso Bezko, I think the flag's gone up anyway, but...
Well,
how free was that header?
You look at the position between Akil and Raul Suhaimi. They were too far apart. You look at... Yeah, this is where exactly he needs to just tuck in a little bit more. It's not far.
No, it isn't.
His arm was offside. No, but Raul was off. Raul was off.
But this goes back again to what you were saying about you're having players in there, not necessarily natural centre-backs.
Yeah. I think he's playing in a 3 and playing in a 2 is different.
Yeah.
You know, you're covering less space. You have extra cover, which to me makes it easier to defend the box.
That's true.
Right? But if you're not a centre-back, you're not a centre-back. You can learn. It takes time, but...
There's got to be watching out for those sort of situations.
I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with how Young Lions is building up. I think it's a smart way to put Akil further up, which allows more difficulty in pressing, especially from Geylang's midfield, because they don't know whether they want to go up or to leave the space that they need to mark. Oh, no mistake.
Gotta be careful again. Both sides have had their issues. Also Jaime here. Made by Enrico.
Again, it's the quality. It's the quality of the ball. You know, the positions are okay. You know, the support is okay, but the quality of the
ball was not a good one, was it?
This is the wrong choice of ball.
Josh Pereira now to Shadan. Karila launches. Can't quite get there. Well. Now Spence. Here's Fairuz. Not the best cross you'll ever see. Yokoyama lets that runner play,
You have 3 players now inside the penalty box. You have to deliver a good ball.
Nazrul.
On both sides, you know, giving the ball away is really cheaply.
Poor ball.
Yeah, from a veteran.
There's Akil. Now Enrico. Quick feet again there from Sergio. Out wide to Spence. This time he doesn't get past Yokoyama.
Well from Yokoyama.
Now Ogawa. Oh, wonderful play there from Fukushiro. Excellent work from him. Such a live wire, Fukushiro. Fans enjoying that one.
Well, I thought he got caught.
Yeah.
I thought he got caught with that tackle.
Yokoyama there, firing and a cross. A low one. There you go. Oh, he almost did, didn't he? Enrico quite getting there. Half an hour gone here at our Tampines Hub. Young Lions and Geylang International. It's 1-1. Nazrul. Touch on from Shue Yoshino. Here's Fukushiro for Geylang. Enjoying his football, surely. Ogawa. Not the best cross from Fukushiro. Taniguchi's been pretty quiet so far, hasn't he?
Yeah, nothing much off the left-hand side. Not really coming inside to dictate play or to receive in that small little space that he always operates in.
Well, we know the quality that Roya Taniguchi brings.
I think both teams are neutralizing one another in midfield. Like, nobody is really creating any more than the other. And with the limited number of chances that they have created, they have scored one each.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, as much as Geylang have had a lot of the ball, and so there we go, to answer 55% of it, it's not an awful lot more. Are they doing much with it?
Yeah.
Have they really tested Aizil Yazid in goal? Not really.
Well, both teams are centre-backs, are having a lot of the ball.
Yeah.
They're waiting and inviting the opposing team to come and press, trying to beat that press and play to that space that they have vacated.
But they also invite trouble.
Yeah, with the quality of passes they make sometimes. Look at well, they have done well coming out.
Right.
And
then something like that happens. Here's Ogawa. Now Fukushiro. Geylang looking for a second there. As we said, not particularly penetrative. Nazrul. Just a bit of quality missing in the match, perhaps, so far. It's over the head of Sergio. I imagine both coaches will be a little unhappy with how things have proceeded so far.
Well, we have 3 Brazilians in the Young Lions squad.
Taniguchi, it falls nicely, could have taken it first time there, Yokoyama. Went onto his left foot, it's now Yokoyama again. Oh, he's done well here, Yokoyama again. Could he have taken the shot early? It will be a corner. 2 chances for the fullback.
Big ones at that, especially here. I thought he could have just taken it first time on his right foot, even though it's quite uncomfortable for him. But he created this for himself, waited for that space to open up for him. And I think it was a really last-ditch tackle from Akil Yazid.
And that might be a handball as well, off the shot from Yokoyama.
We're going to have a check.
They are going to look at that. No, I actually, on that replay, we just saw, I thought I saw the ball strike his arm.
Oh, let's see again, if we can.
Wow, that's...
it's a big blow if it, yeah.
I think that might have, you know, I thought I saw it hit the arm. Those are always difficult when you're diving to stop the shot.
Yeah. You can't dive with your arms in the back.
Exactly. Shino trying to press the case here. No, this is the angle that will tell you.
His hand is on the floor. His hand is on the floor. I don't.
You know what? I can't tell you what a penalty is these days.
Well, maybe he can.
Yep. They are going to make that call. That look, it's hit the arm, right? So that we're not in doubt.
Yeah. Oh.
But again, where do you put your arm when you're diving like that?
Yeah, exactly.
They're not looking happy, the Young Lions players, because there's an on-field review. That is not a good sign for Young Lions.
Again, I'm not too sure what he's going to decide, but his arm is on the floor. It's not up in the air. It's totally different.
You're saying if it was up in there as if he was stretching out to stop it.
It's fine. And he was already putting his arm on the floor, on the ground.
Almost to kind of balance
himself.
Well, I don't know if these are. It's so tough these days. And the officials, they have to make these calls, and everyone's got their own interpretation of things, but. Certainly, I know giving away our age a little bit, but in the old days that wouldn't have been given, would it?
Yeah. Did it hit the arm directly, or did it hit the face first?
Did it hit the chest? Oh, he's given the penalty. Zulfikar Mustafa has adjudged it to be a handball from Akil Yazid. That angle, by the way, that you just pointed out, it kind of looked like it hit
the
chest or the head,
or
before
the face,
the arm.
Before the arm.
Okay.
Let's look at it.
Yeah, this one.
But this looks like it hit directly to his arm. It hit his.
It did hit the leg.
Yeah, hit the leg first. His leg before hitting the arm.
Well, the decision has been made, and we are going to have a penalty here. And the man has been pretty quiet so far, with an excellent opportunity to add to his tally for this season. Roya Taniguchi stepping up.
He's going on the right-hand side, I think.
Oh, he's hit the post! Or was that a little save there? Even better if that's the case. They're all coming to congratulate him. And you might say the neutrals are there. Perhaps justice has been served.
Yeah.
Well, that is an amazing save. Yes, it is a very good save, but
it wasn't really a good penalty.
Maybe it wasn't the best penalty in the world, actually, when you look at it. Maybe a bit too close to the keeper.
Well, it's a different thing if the penalty wasn't given and the game continued. And right now, penalty is given and he saved it.
Looping head up from
Morale is different now, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm actually quite surprised that he took the penalty instead of Bezeqo.
Yeah. Well, that was a key moment in the match. And by the way, to remind you, we have got highlights and analysis after the at half-time, so do join us for that, in case you've missed anything from this first half. He'll be a relief man, won't he?
Yeah, sure. He's taking his brother. Buy him dinner after this at Tampines Hub.
Again, how many times? Look at that. That just sums it up.
Yeah.
How the possession has been traded so easily between both sides. Finding it hard to hold on to the ball. Josh Pereira. Up to Roya Taniguchi, who's going to want to make up for that missed penalty. Bezeqo. Overall, he's been relatively quiet as well. These two, we talked about how they like to buzz around and get busy. Just cuts inside there, and it's a foul by Repe on the edge of the area. Roya Taniguchi goes down.
Well, this is dangerous for Young Lions. We have so many dead ball specialists here in the Geylang International side. Oh, they had two players screening, right? Raul Suhaimi and also Akil. Didn't need that little touch from Repe.
now. This is the best way to make up for that. If you can curl a free kick round, everything will be forgiven.
So close to half-time.
Yeah.
Good time to just take the lead into the break.
Mind you, Shadan Sulaiman might fancy his chances.
Doesn't look like it from the angle he's standing at.
Yeah, here's Taniguchi. Not far away, but always tough when you have to go around the wall.
I don't think that was the right choice.
No.
Yeah, I thought again, look the position of where Akil Yazid is, or rather Aizil Yazid is. He was standing further out to the left-hand side.
Do you feel if they had got that, if he had scored the penalty, Taniguchi, that 2-1 would have been a fair reflection of what we've seen so far?
Yeah, I think both teams again not creating a lot of chances for themselves. Like in a game of football, you don't take your chances, you don't win. And Geylang has been more clinical.
Yeah.
If that had gone in, thoroughly deserved.
Well, as it stands, Young Lions will be relieved.
I don't remember Young Lions getting 3 clear-cut chances.
No.
One is the goal, second one again from Sergio Mendonca.
And another interception. Shadan loses the ball. Repe comes to help out. Box, lots of players. They've got away with that one. Here's Spence. Looking to switch it out, but it's intercepted. Koshiro has done really well, but Young Lions get the ball back. The outstretched arms of Spence.
He needed to do that to get attention.
Yeah.
But he wants to get that ball. He wants to be involved.
It's very scrappy at times, isn't it, Hidir?
Too scrappy for my liking. I mean, you set expectations for both teams differently. Young Lions coming off 4 defeats against quality of Geylang International. You look at the players of Geylang International. Bezakor, Taniguchi, Shadan Sulaiman, almost 100 cap player.
Yeah.
Nazrul Azari as well,
Right.
high quality players. You would expect Geylang International to be playing so much better.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right there. There's kind of a disappointment and frustration if you're a Geylang fan or someone who just is an SPL fan, because you know what Geylang bring to the table, and they've not been anywhere near their best today, have they?
Again, you can't really point to the fact that they have a lot of games in such a small space of days, on a small number of days, and they are not going to play until a long time, a league game at least.
The Singapore Cup gets underway next weekend, just to remind everyone, and that goes on till at least the semi-finals go until late December. We'll take a break in the league. Actually, it begins around mid-January. Ball across to Spence. Cuts inside Spence, and the shot, easy one for Rudy Kawila. 4 minutes of added time, as you can see there on your screen.
Well, this is the one that he has to be better at. Spence, his end product. He's got a lot of flair, a lot of speed, a lot of directness as well in him. He has got to make sure that he brings his assist and goal tally a little bit higher every time. 3 on target.
They've had more shots on target than Geylang International have. That's quite a telling stat, actually. We'll have more stats for you in just a short while. That's going to be disappointing from a Geylang perspective. Haven't really created enough with all the kind of openings and the possession they've had. Yokoyama. Here's Ong Yuan. You can see the run being made by Sergio. That's a good ball. Will it fall for him kindly? No, not for now.
He needs help. Not really arriving quick.
Here's Repay. Cuts inside again, Spence. Need to be better there, Nathan Mao.
Well, he's still serving his national service.
Anyone here in this first half for you, that Gavin Lee might want to take a look at?
It's a tough question. Yes.
No one's really shining, right?
Well, as a group, collectively, as a team, I think Young Lions have pretty much done well for me, both defensively and certain moments of them building up. Again, it's always that lack of quality in certain actions which really just disappoints.
To the final minute of added time here, if we're going to stick to the 4. It's going to be a free kick though for Geylang. This will be their last opportunity of this half, potentially. That's a free header at the far post. Was he in two minds there? Shuhei Oshino.
I think he wanted to go to the far post.
Yeah.
But again, the quality of defending here from Young Lions, you have got to be better than that, especially from dead ball situations. I think he wanted to score. He wanted to go to the far post.
Right.
But Ignjatovic as well, he was there, just not quick enough to get there. To just have that final touch. Well, 4 minutes are up. Waiting for the final, or rather the whistle from. There it goes.
So, a decent start from Geylang International, but it was this man here, Sergio, who opened the scoring for Young Lions against the run of play. A good reaction from Geylang International. They equalised through Shuhei Oshino's first goal of the season. A great header. Then we had a moment of controversy over a contentious penalty that took some time to adjudicate on. It was given in the end with Ruya Taniguchi. His spot kick saved by Aizil Yazin. Half-time score here at our Tampines Hub. It's Young Lions 1, Geylang International 1. Do stay with us. We'll have highlights and analysis very shortly. It's half-time here at our Tampines Hub, and Young Lions are drawing with Geylang International 1-1 at the break. Let's take a look at the story of the match so far. And it was against the run of play here as we look at this opening chance. Every so often they kind of popped up, didn't they, Young Lions?
Yeah, for Young Lions especially, I think there's always this man on the right-hand side, Spence, this time to Aguero. Again, that quality of finish is not high enough, quality enough for him to trouble the goalkeeper.
You were disappointed by how easy it was to get the ball into the feet of Sergio, who then finishes quite nicely.
Oh, I think this was a fantastic piece of play from the start to the end. And this was exactly what we are looking for in terms of quality in the attacking third. Timing of run was fantastic from the number 9, the big number 9. That weight of the pass as well. It wasn't too quick or too slow. He didn't need to take a look. He just knew where the goal was. Hit it quick on the ground to the near post. And as quickly as the game started, Oshino equalized for Geylang International from a fantastic cross. He was exactly in between two Young Lions players, Akil Yazid and also Raul Suhaimi. Both of them didn't get near the ball at all. And for him to just guide the ball into the back of the net was fantastic in terms of quality from the big number 4 up front.
So that was 1-1, and then we had a couple of these bright moments. Look at this from Sergio, quick feet from him. That would have been a great goal.
Yeah, lovely piece of skill from the big number 9. You don't really see those kind of quick feet from somebody so tall and big. And it wasn't that far off as well for his shot. It made Rudy Kairula just dive forward. This was the one, yeah.
Yes, a moment of contention here. A penalty was eventually awarded after what looked to be a handball. We spent a bit of time looking at this. There was an on-field review as well. And Zulfikar Mustafa pointed to the spot. Up steps Roya Taniguchi. And it's a decent save there. One maybe a little close to the keeper.
Yeah.
You'd probably expect him to make that, probably.
Well, there wasn't any body movement that, telling Aizil Yazid to move a different way. And he saved quickly enough. And like I said, like you said earlier, chances popped up here and there for Young Lions. And this time for Spence, quality of that shot was severely lacking as well.
One final chance then, just before the break, and that was Shuei Oshino going for that far post. You saw Ignatovic diving in vain to try and get there.
Look at that quality from Sharan Sulaiman's free kick. I don't think he wanted to pass to Ignatovic.
He's put his hand up though. It's interesting to see Shuei Oshino. Now these are the stats. It's actually, the possession it's almost 50-50. A lot more attempts for Geylang International. Anything else we can glean from what we're seeing here?
Well, you can definitely say Young Lions are more efficient with the number of chances they've created. They have had lesser possession, more possession in the defensive third. Same thing with Geylang International as well. A lot of possession being passed around across the two centre backs. They have to make their chances count. They have to trouble Aizil Yazid in goal, especially in the second half where they are getting more corners, which means they are attacking more. They are not as clinical as we thought they could be as well.
Yes, so let's see what happens in the second half. Maybe a little bit more quality required. Will that happen? The second half is coming up shortly. Young Lions against Geylang International. We'll be back in just a bit. We're back at our Tampines Hub. Second half going to get underway very shortly. Young Lions against Geylang International. It's 1-1 at the break. We are just awaiting news to see if there'll be any changes. And it sounds like there will be no half-time subs for either side. What are your thoughts on that one, Hidir?
I think fair to say both teams, if I were the head coaches of both teams, I would expect a reaction from, especially Geylang International. I think we have put out a good lineup for them to really be performing at a higher level than they showed in the first half. So my halftime message would be, let me challenge you for the next 10-15 minutes.
Right.
If you're not giving me what I want, then I'll make the change.
Okay.
Right, and for Young Lions, I think they are doing pretty okay. Decent spells here and there. Not, certain tweaks in the game plan for the second half would be needed as well with the current batch of players. Something that maybe Firdaus Qasim would want to see happen from the first minute, which didn't. And again, after 15 minutes, then I would make that change if needed.
Well, they are looking for their first points of the season. Remember, nothing out of the opening 4 games of this campaign. An opportunity for Geylang International to go second. So, big incentive for both sides here to get a win on the board. Just awaiting things to get started here at OTH. Little huddle now before we get this second half going. Aguero belatedly joins the side.
In terms of performance and also big opportunity for Young Lions here to get at least a point from today's match. Geylang International not showing up in the first half, and if this continues in the second, we are in a position where Young Lions can try to capitalize.
Well, we got told there was a slight delay because Aguero wanted to change his boots, but couldn't do so. He's had his moments today, Sergio, who's on the ball now. Spence. Here he is again, Spence. Sails over everyone. Just too much on that for Fairuz.
That's the exact kind of ball where you will be playing to your big number 9 instead of the far post. Fairuz and Aguero at the back.
Here's Bezcourt. This could be a testing moment for Young Lions. You know what's going to happen here. Straight at the keeper. Oh, and the follow-up from Shui Oshino.
Really lucky there with that parry. I think it was a poor parry, especially when you know that you have that big number 4 coming towards you. He was caught off guard as well. Oshino couldn't react to that parry.
That's straight to the path of the striker, isn't it? Goalkeeper's always told to keep it, push it sideways. A bit of acrobatics there.
Geylang starting well.
Yeah, this is probably a reaction to the half-time talk. That's Fukushiro.
A free kick to Young Lions. Just taking the momentum away from Geylang International. Nazrul Nazari not looking at the ball at all, just using his frame to try to knock Aguero off balance.
Oh, that's carelessly given away, and now bearing down on goal, Vincent Bescourt. Going to go with his right foot.
Well, those kinds of mistakes you're not expecting to make again at this level. He shouldn't be making at this level. Coming from a Brazilian. Bezecourt, he wants to go back to his left foot. He's waiting for the correct space and time.
Exactly right. There's a little bit of banter going on there. Aguero.
Well, he should be concentrating on his football rather than doing all this stuff.
Well, Geylang International already creating a couple of very decent opportunities for themselves. There's Hoshino, that falls kindly to Roya Taniguchi. Oh, cheeky little nutmeg, but Nathan Mount does clear the ball.
Ineffective one.
Yeah. Not sure what or who that was meant for. Now Josh Pereira. Here's Nazrul Nazari for Geylang International. Vincent Bescourt. Nazrul happy to hold on to that ball for a bit longer.
That's experience. Just wasting a bit of time for him to get back into position.
Here's Sergio. Does love his little flicks and tricks.
Well, he's big. He's tall, he's strong. Well, he should be doing this more often. I think in the first game against Belgica, both the centre backs for Belgica had a lot of trouble with him, dealing with him. But second, third.
You said he fizzled out a bit, right?
He fizzled out. Really didn't really stamp his game over the next 3 games that he had for Young Lions.
Aguero wins his side a corner. Still doing that stuff. He's still baiting the Young Lion, the Geylang International players. Now, you see Shadan reacted there to something that was done, and the player is down here. I have to say, I thought I saw from the top of the frame that he may have just reacted. That's, I think, Sergio who's down. They're going to look at this. But Shadan, if he has reacted, he knows better, doesn't he? Though he looks a bit annoyed at the moment that maybe Sergio has just milked this. Now, Harry Spence is also now getting involved. Josh Pereira is taking exception to something he's said and done. Nazrul Nazari getting involved too. Let's have a look here.
Well, they have been at it, Nazrul Nazari and Aguero, for quite some time. Nazrul is getting...
The way he went down, Sergio, was as if he got knocked out.
Well, again, I was looking at who was down just now, and it was this big number 9 who's down on the floor. And Shadan, you have never known Shadan to be reacting to things.
Yeah,
he's always
no,
calm.
exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I'm surprised.
Calm.
But they're baiting at the moment, and Geylang would be better served to just. Young lads want to do that. They just get on with the things, right?
Exactly.
Now,
especially coming from an experienced hit like these 2 players, Shadan and Nazrul.
So this has been brewing between Aguero and Nazrul for a while now. There you go. They're still having a few words, and yeah, it's all laughs and smiles and a little bit of banter back and forth. But Sergio, if you get another chance, go back to see how he just collapsed. It didn't look too bad, but they are still having just making sure.
Well, we are seeing a bit of Brazilian flair.
Yeah, they want to make sure that there was nothing untoward done there by Shadhan Sulaiman, or if Sergio also has simulated that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Now, it's uncharacteristic, you'd have to say, of Shadhan Sulaiman, right? It is very uncharacteristic of him. And Sergio has only joined our league this season, so you can't say, oh, that's typical of him either, right? So it would be very, very interesting to see what has happened here.
Oh, well, what's important right now is we really need to see if Nazrul Nazari is really, really annoyed. If I were Young Lions, I would just get onto him again and again.
So there was something.
There was something, yeah.
Does look like this. But look at the way he goes down. It's as if he's been really given a...
Oh, it looks like Ivan Drago has just gave him a
well,
haymaker.
You are taking us back a bit. Now, you're saying from a Young Lions point of view, go after Nazrul, because he's getting fired up,
He's getting fired up.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he got a yellow card for his...
That was a yellow card.
That was a yellow card out. So we're not so sure whether he was being yellow carded. But if he really was yellow carded and he's really, really annoyed right now, I would keep going at him and get him sent off.
Perhaps that's why Aguero is doing what he's doing, right? But I think from a...
And the only reason why they are doing it is because they are foreigners. The young ones in the Young Lions are not going to do it to them.
Right.
Yeah.
No yellow card for Nazrul Nazari. That was cancelled off. It's instead been given to Shadhan Sulaiman, who's not, to be fair, not said anything about it.
Yeah.
So maybe maybe he's quite happy to get quite happy to get a yellow card, perhaps. Anyway, back to the football, thankfully. Let's hope that's the last of that kind of nonsense. That is a poor corner.
Well, after all that, after all that action, all that drama, we just wanted a good delivery from the corner kick.
I'm afraid it's kind of in keeping with the game so far. It's just been lacking a bit of quality tonight. Well, we'll just keep an eye on things. Maybe it's still bubbling over. We shall see. Shadhan looking to get Roya Taniguchi on the ball. Well, we are being told officially now on the yellow card situation, for those of you keeping track, that it appears that the yellow card was given to both Sergio and Shadhan.
Okay.
Now, what does that mean? Because if Sergio is the aggrieved party and he went down, but then again, both him and Shadhan were kind of fiddling, playing with each other there. So, okay. I think they've decided, you know what, let's just split this in half, one each, and then we move on. Probably a good thing. I mean, we certainly want to see a balanced match, no unnecessary sendings off, but you can't be touching each other like that anyway. Roya Taniguchi, it's a good ball in! Oh, Shuhei Oshino! Wow. Well, the reaction tells you he probably should have got some contact on the ball.
It's too easy. Nobody on him. And again, how can Oshino just ghost his way in forward on the blind side? Oh, wow. That was a big miss.
Yeah.
Big miss.
Well, you pointed out two important things there as well. First, how did Roya Taniguchi have that much time on the ball?
Nathan Mao was there. and he just left because he was afraid that the ball might go onto the overlapping player.
Right. But also your other point about Shino's got to do something there with the ball. Can we put it down to maybe because it's on Astro and all that, or am I being way too generous here?
way too generous.
Okay.
Whether it's Astro or Muddy
Got to be able
Field.
to, someone of his quality has to do better, right? Oh, lovely ball in! Can they finish off? They can! Vincent Besco! The ball into his feet was sublime from Shuhei Oshino. What an assist that was!
No, everybody was keeping focus on Hoshino. The line was keeping focus on Hoshino. The players was keeping focus on Hoshino as well. He just needed that one little magic touch to play it back to Bezakor. He was definitely onside. Raul Suhaimi again, nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen.
Oh, you know, we were saying this game needed a little bit of quality here, and what about that for an assist?
Yeah, and look at how calm he was as well, Bezakor, knowing that he had a lot of time, a lot of space as well to pick his spot. Usually you would go onto the far post.
Right.
He decided, well, let's go on the right-hand side of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, picked his spot brilliantly. That is a very, very nice goal. And Oshino will feel a little bit better about things, having missed a great chance just a minute or two ago. Geylang in front for the first time in this match.
When we talk about young Lions being able to sustain, right? Against Tanjung Pagar, they scored first. Couldn't sustain, lost 5-1. Today, they scored again before Geylang International. Was that a foul? Not really sure about that. And they are finding themselves in a position where they are trailing again. And I'm not so sure right now whether they have the mentality now to bounce back, to chase the game and try to equalize. Because in the end, quality still matters.
Absolutely right. Oh, lovely work from Fukushiro. Good ball in from Nazrul Nazari. They're now really trying to crank up the pressure here, Geylang International. It's been a much better second half for them.
We are seeing young Lions now, even after the goal, not getting themselves in a better position, regrouping, being stronger mentally, rallying one another to go and try to get the equalizer.
There's some big shout there you heard from Ignatovic. And that is, well, he's up. He stopped.
Nothing much actually as well.
Yeah.
Two big men going for the same ball.
I didn't see too much in that, to be fair.
Pretty similar with Sergio's.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fine, isn't he, Ignatovic? So still plenty of time in this match, half an hour or so to go for Young Lions to try and get something out of this. Or for Geylang to add to their tally. Fukushiro doesn't quite get there, but it falls to Shuhei Oshino.
There's too much space now for Geylang International.
Yokoyama's ball, easy finish, Fukushiro. Well, the floodgates might start to open now. All too easy.
Yeah. But again, the quality of the ball from the cross, from the left-hand side. Fukushiro just ghosting. Really similar goals as well from the first one that Oshino scored. Yokoyama here on the left-hand side. The smallest player in the penalty box got to the end of that cross Nobody was marking him. Everyone was just looking at the ball, looking at the beauty of the cross. Fukushiro just picking his spot, exactly where you would want the ball to go as well, going back across from where he came from. And Geylang International are in a more comfortable position right now. They have more room to breathe. And I think it's thoroughly deserved as well.
Yeah, the second half so much better for them, as we said earlier. Second goal of the season for Fukushiro, excuse me. And well, now you worry for the young Lions. Can they keep their heads on? Because here comes Vincent Pesco!
Oh, the young Lions is just crumbling. They are losing focus. They are not compact anymore. Their decisions on and off the ball are really off right now. They are not the same team as how they were in the first half.
Well, 63 minutes gone. You'd think maybe some changes might be in order. Just from Firdausi's perspective, trying to freshen things up, see what he can do.
Well, I'm not so sure who he can bring on as well. Maybe Ahmed Shafi's. I don't think Aguero has done enough for me.
Yeah, he's been quite quiet today, hasn't he?
I think he's been quiet the last 4 games as well.
Apart from that one amazing goal.
Yeah, so I don't think, you sign a foreign player, even though he's 21 years old, he's still a young player, you will still expect more from him, much more from him rather than you putting on a local guy. But he's not justified his signing for me. And he's getting more involved in the other parts of the game rather than just the football part, especially in the last few minutes with Nazrul Nazari.
Yes, Fukushiro. Pesco, it's got time to shoot here. Oh dear. Oh, no, he's much better than that. It's almost a walking pace at the moment for Geylang International.
Hong Yu-en is on the floor now.
And that might prompt a change.
You look at the substitute for Young Lions. You only have Ahmed Shafis who can come in and really create something different for the team.
Yeah, we know what he can do. Ahmed Shafis, you're right.
He's the only guy who can provide something in the attacking third.
There's this sort of layup there, should we say, from Vincent Pesco, who got the second goal.
Well, it looks like Harith Danish is coming in.
I was wondering whether he might feature.
Well, 16-year-old coming in for Hong Yu-en. You have really young team here. He's really good talent. Well, it goes to show right now you have two 16 and 17-year-old coming into midfield, central area for Young Lions.
Yeah. At the moment, they're winning the balls quite easily. Aguero sends it up towards Sergio. Djokovic clears. Here's Hoshino. He's done well here, Hoshino. Enrico felt that he was being fouled. Hoshino clearly disagrees.
Both of them are tugging in on one another.
I mean,
you know, both of them.
they're both doing it, right?
Yeah. Just because one asks for it doesn't mean you have to give it, right?
Well, if it stays this way, they will go second in the table. Geylang International. There's Ray Pay. There's Raul Suhaimi.
I think Geylang is in a unique position, I feel, because they are not playing in regional tournaments.
We'll just come back to that in a second, sorry, with that turn and shot. Difficult angle for Sergio, it's got a corner. Another look here.
Yeah, good usage of his strength, his frame, just to turn Natovic.
Corner now for Young Lions. The last one they had was a poor delivery. Get that away through Shuhei Oshino. Here's Spence. Yeah, you were saying, sorry, about Geylang.
Unique positions because they are not playing in regional tournaments.
Yeah.
They don't need the luxury of having a big squad,
Right.
you know, to sustain the season. And with the league format, or you know, the fixtures arrangement, they have ample rest in between, and they have a good maybe 13, 14 players which can compete.
Right.
Right. Then, right now it can be seen from their results. You know, if the result stays, they're gonna have 3 wins out of 5, which is fantastic. And they're not gonna be playing again in the league until next January.
All I want to say to that point that you made so far is they've beaten what? Tanjung Pagar, Hougang United, and Young Lions. These are teams all in the struggling this season.
That's right.
Again, you can only beat whoever's in front of you, right?
Yeah.
They probably
they drew against BG Tampines Rovers.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I do think that on any day they can compete with the best. You know, Lazy Sailors, BG Tampines Rovers.
Yeah, they've been a bit of a bogey team for LCS over the years. That's true.
It's just a matter of getting that consistency across. I still think that as a squad, again, they don't have enough depth, but they don't need to because of you know,
the way things are structured. Yeah. Listen, they had a very good year last year, didn't they? Last season. Ignatovic. Fukushiro. That's going to go out for a corner.
The next 20 minutes would be passing by quickly for Young Lions. Can't say the same for Geylang International.
Ooh. Well, that was quite something from Yokoyama.
Well, that was definitely worked on in training sessions.
One loss so far. Geylang was against Albrechts Niigata, and to be fair, they also had that was that crazy red card that was given. Not a great challenge from Shake Hamza.
If Geylang can have their best 11 coming out to games every single game, they have a good chance.
What, league-wise? Top 2, 3.
Top two. Top two.
Ah,
I still think Lions Sea Sailors is still
far and
really
away.
far. I wouldn't say far and away.
Okay, okay.
They're going to face much more resistance this season, but they're still going to win the league.
Ignatovic. So you think Geylang would give BG Tampines Rovers a good fight then?
Yeah, simply because I think BG are playing in many different competing on many different fronts.
Yeah.
Fatigue can take its toll, and they have more players in the national team as well.
Yeah, great result a couple of days ago, of course, for BG Tampines Rovers against Pohang Steelers of Korea. Here's Besko. Another change coming up shortly. Oh, could have taken that. Another shot that's blocked. Well, they're enjoying themselves out there.
Nobody's managing the line.
Yeah.
There's too much time, too much space. Bezakor really just enjoying himself.
Yeah.
So much more right now in the second half.
Right across the face of the goal, and it's cleared away. A couple of hands went up there.
I don't think they were asking for a handball. I think they were asking if
Corner.
For another corner.
Besko. They're kind of really slowing things down here at the moment, Geylang International. They're quite comfortable at the moment, aren't they? Oh, great play there from Riku Fukushiro. Ray Pei, could be his last bit of action. He's going to get taken off shortly.
Well, that heavily strapped knee, definitely not slowing him down.
So Aguero goes off. Amir Shafi's comes on and takes over the captain's armband. And Andy Rifki is on for Ray Pei.
Andy Rifki, just 17 years old. Or rather 17 years young, I should say.
So we got 3 young men on the pitch. And when I say young, I mean this is the youngest team in the league, but even younger. But Amir can make things happen.
I think you look at some of the players who are in the 11 right now for Young Lions, and you compare it against Geylang International. Some of the players in Geylang is double their age.
Nazrul Nazari is a prime example of that, yeah. You're right. Sharan, even more than that.
Literally men against boys.
Well, let's see how they stand up in these last 15 minutes or so, these youngsters. Geylang still haven't made a change yet. Rudy Kaila has really had not much to do in the second half. Perhaps that might explain the kick we just saw.
They're not warm enough.
Yeah.
And Donka just off ball by just a little bit.
Enrico, touch on for Amir Shafiz. Well, you talked about how Geylang could get into the upper reaches of the SPL. I mean,
Yeah.
they might fancy their chances as well here in the Singapore Cup.
Well, they should.
Yeah.
They should. They should, you know, fancy themselves coming out from that group to go to the semis. One of the few teams that I think have a good chance with the quality that they have.
Yeah. And in a cup competition, you know, there's always that.
It's always the element of surprise. It's
Yeah.
always, it's for everyone. Especially for teams that, you know, you can't really get to the level of the top two. It's a big chance for them to just outperform everyone.
Here's Fukushiro. A little bit of miscommunication between the two Japanese players.
Well, those kind of mistakes are not really severe enough at this stage of the game. 3-1 up.
Just being held up here. Taniguchi, by Andy Rifki.
Taniguchi on the ball again, this time further out.
Yeah, he'd like to get on that score sheet, wouldn't he, after that penalty miss. He tested Zaiful Nizam in the last match from a similar sort of distance. Oh, it's a cheeky effort.
Yeah.
And he gets across to get something on that.
Yeah, you would
Aizil?
expect it from him. I don't think he has that power in him, but the ball is going to move differently and awkwardly.
True. Yoshino, very heavy flick on there. Into the final 10 minutes here. So maybe there. It's very comfortable, isn't it, at the moment for Geylang?
Yeah, I don't think they are kicking out of third gear. Everything is just comfortable for them, cruising speed. And the young Lions are not making them uncomfortable as well.
Yeah.
Ball is always being played in front of them. Spence really quiet tonight.
We are going to have a Geylang change. It would appear. We shall just wait for that confirmation. Enrico. Shafiz. There we go. Couple of changes here. Kaisei Ogawa, good game from him. Lovely ball in earlier. Ryu Hardy, former Young Lions player himself, will be coming on. Places Kaisei Ogawa.
Definitely just going to be slotting in the middle of the park for Geylang International.
Spence is also off. He's replaced by Kalen Cheong.
Just behind. Substitute.
Fairuz Fazli is also off. And coming in is another 17-year-old, Luth Harith Fatih. So he's got all the three youngest players in the squad are on the pitch now.
We're getting younger and younger. Amir Shafi's got caught.
Well, it looks like it's going to be 5 losses in a row for Young Lions. That is right up there with their worst starts to a season. And remember, they've got all these foreign players in as well.
Really?
Young Lions. Oh, that's what you did there.
Well, I mean, I'm all for foreign players playing in the league. Big change with 7 foreigners coming in to be in the starting 11, but we need to have that increased quality in the game as well. And that's exactly what fans want. Right. That's what brings fans into the stadium, which higher quality games.
Harith Danish. Just look a decent build up there. About 5 or so minutes left in this one, plus some added time. Not quite 56, not quite 60% of the ball. Hoshino, oh no, he's not quite through.
Well, he's a big, strong striker. Hoshino. It's quite difficult to get the ball away off him or to get the ball off him. You gotta maintain and get ahead with speed.
So he's played his match, he's got a goal. Vanso Besko will go off. Gareth Lowe will get a little bit of a cameo.
A smile across his face as well. Pretty happy with his performance in the 86, 87 minutes that he was on. Nice pair of boots as well from Besko. Classic.
just to confirm that it is Gareth Lowe that is on the pitch. That's a heavy touch from Amir Shafi's. It's disappointing. Enrico, they put it out of play. Jatovic is down.
Oh, we can call Gareth Lowe a veteran as well.
Yeah.
Started off with the Young Lions years back.
It's just getting a bit more treatment on the sidelines. There's Fukushiro. Nazrul. Touch off from Natovic. Look where he is. He wants some of the action. He scored in the last game. He wants more. We'll get a corner. Wasn't the best ball to him.
Yeah, it's too far. Too far for him. And I think he made it known to Ushino as well after that. And again, all is forgiven. 3-1.
Lovely little touch on there from Natovic.
Oh, better touch than all the Brazilians I've seen.
I think the referee has mercifully given just the 5 minutes more. Still mean Geylang could add on. That's a handball, surely, on Yoshino.
Sure. I thought Yoshino has done really well this game.
Right.
He's been involved quite heavily as well, both in open play and dead ball situations. Scored one, assisted one. Fantastic ball from...
Chance here. Oh, how? Has he not done better than that, Sergio? Just to make things interesting these last few minutes. They barely had any opportunities in the second half.
Well, Amir Shafi saw it. Nobody else did. Played a fantastic ball behind the defense. He should have gotten his second
better
goal.
than that, right?
Yeah.
Great work there from Amir Shafi's. That's disappointing.
Only chance that they had in the second half, Young Lions, coming in the dying minutes of the game. Oh, Ikram, haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Good for him.
We thought had left the game.
Yeah, I think he was signed quite recently for Geylang, or rather by Geylang International, maybe just to add more depth into the squad.
I wonder how much football He's been playing.
Maybe on Sundays for quite some time.
29-year-old.
Oh, he's still young.
Yeah.
Still really young for somebody so experienced. Has had trouble with injuries as well.
Yeah.
Ruptured his ACL.
Not the greatest corner you'll ever see, and that is over by Raul Suhaimi.
That was in the 6-yard box, Raul Suhaimi. But it could have been given as a foul. Look at, I think there was a push from Raul Suhaimi as well. But he could have put it at the back of the net first, and maybe VAR could have had those checks needed.
Well, just about a minute or so to go in this one. Oh, looks a bit like agony there for Fukushiro.
OTH, or the Tampines Hub, the pitch is quite hard. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems nice. It looks nice from the onset.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
the landing. That is the worry, isn't it, when that kind of stuff happens? You always get worried when you see that. He's wincing, but he seems to be okay. Okay, he doesn't seem to be too bad. That's a relief, I think, for everyone. Where do they go from here then? You know, Young Lions. I mean, what do you say as a coach?
It seems like the narrative here is they are looking at the longer term, not immediate results. Yeah, even though immediate results are still important to you know, the mentality of the team, mentality of the players, they still have a lot of work to do. Really, really a lot of work to do.
Roya Taniguchi goes across the face of the goal. They're all looking for an offside, and it's finally given.
And also, it seems like Firdaus Qasim are flooding in more younger players. You can see now what's the aim of.
Yeah. So 3 points was what they needed today. Geylang International to push themselves up to second. Don't forget, they also wanted the win desperately. Young Lions to get off their campaign. And it has been another disappointing night out. Their 5th loss in a row. Geylang took a bit of time to get going in this. They were trailing, remember. They went on to score 3 goals. Overall, how would you assess their performance?
Poor first half performance from Geylang International. Much improved one in the second half, something that they thoroughly deserve as well. It's because we saw those goals coming in the second half. We saw the intent from the first minute as well, troubling Aizil Yazid with a chance. And I think for Young Lions, I thought they could have at least maintained the performance as they did in the first half, which brings it to be a bit more competitive. But I think this is a result which is reflecting of their own individual performances and thoroughly deserved for Geylang International.
It ends here at our Tampines Hub. Young Lions 1, Geylang International 3. As we look back at this game. And we start with this opening goal that perhaps caught everyone by surprise.
Yeah, I think Young Lions drew first blood with this goal here from the number 9, the big number 9. Like I said earlier on, good quality run, good quality pass as well, not too quick, not too slow, and he didn't need to take a look at the shot or to take a look at the goal to take that shot, and responded well here by Geylang International. Just after they scored, or they conceded, they equalized through Hoshino, who I thought played a fantastic game.
You were pretty happy with
his
output.
performance.
Yeah.
Scored 1, assisted 1, and this assist by Ogawa was a piece of a pass.
Yeah, it really was a superb ball in. And then into the second half, as you said, much improved from Geylang. They came out all guns firing, but look at that ball in. What a pass that was from Shuhei Hoshino.
Well, he has built his game over the last few years, being a big number 9 who assists as well. And I think this was, again, dropping off, finding that space, finding Bezakor across those lines as well. And Bezakor, as you would expect, calm, composed, pick his spot and just side-foot it into the back of the net.
And then just 4 minutes later, we had another goal. A lovely ball in once again, but too easy.
Yeah. I don't really want to speak about the defending part of Young Lions. Let's look at the goals, the quality of the pass. Hoshino wanting to find a player across on the other side. Yokoyama took the ball with his second touch, finding Fukashiro, who is the smallest player in the penalty box. That quality of header as well, just across Aizil Yazid, leaving him rooted on the spot.
So we look back at the stats here, and well, very much in favour, certainly with the attempts for Geylang International.
You look at the on target, that's what we wanted to look at, especially when you talked about it in the first half or during half time. Young Lions improved on it by 1, but Geylang International improved on it by 5. So that's exactly the intent. That's exactly what happened in the second half. So much better in terms of effort, in terms of application in the attacking third by Geylang International.
So Geylang International with an emphatic second half that now puts them only 2 points behind Lion City Sailors, who do have a match in hand. But at least for now, that top part of the table looks a little closer at least. Young Lions, I'm afraid, at the bottom, still without any points on the board. And talking of Lion City Sailors, they are playing on Monday at Bishan Stadium against Albrechts Niigata. And at the same time, Hougang United will be hosting BG Tampines Rovers at our Tampines Hub. So delight here for Geylang International, second in the table. Let's see if that lasts for too long with other teams around them with matches in hand. But they can go back here, saving 3 points. Geylang International have beaten Young Lions by 3-1. From me, Shazad Haq, Hide Kamis, and the rest of our team, thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you again on Monday evening.